Okay, so No Man's Sky Desolation just dropped. I thought I'd quickly run through some of the basics of what this update's about. So it focuses mainly on freighters and derelict freighters. So scavenge and survive in the haunted wreckage of derelict freighters with the Desolation update, introducing procedurally generated freighters, more story content, combat improvements, freighter customization, and more. The trailer's up on YouTube. I will add that separately to this video in a sec. The remains of hastily abandoned freighters float adrift through space. Those who dare to explore these haunted corridors will find great reward and great danger. Derelicts are found all across space, but travelers seeking salvage opportunities may acquire specific coordinates from a local scrap dealer for the right price. Procedurally generated interiors. So derelict freighters are procedurally generated with no two interiors the same. The only way to learn the fate of the crew is to step through the airlock door and find out for yourself. Atmospheric danger, so uncovering the freighter's secrets won't be as easy, as these derelicts are full of danger. As the crew's fled, systems failed. The lights are off, life support and gravity are offline, and the security AI has gone haywire. Sounds interesting. Deadly infestations. So some freighters have been infested with a sinister alien presence. Whatever you do, do not disturb the nests. Procedural stories. Each derelict freighter has a unique story to tell. Uncover hints about each crew member's fate by retrieving ship logs and personal effects, and ultimately gain access to the captain's log for insight into the vessel's final hours. Interesting that there's short-range teleports and everything on there. So these are some of the items: captain's log, crew manifest, emergency broadcast, and security credentials. I'm assuming this is the scrap dealer on the space station that will tell us where some derelicts are. Improved bloom effects. So a new technique for bloom lighting has been implemented, resulting in enhanced color vibrancy and a softer ambience around light sources. This is especially good for underwater. Improved lens flare. The intensity and quality of lens flare has been revisited, and the sun is now an additional source of lens flare. Lens dust is more evident, and the halo effect surrounding bright light sources is subtly animated. New lighting effects. The new volumetric light sources have been added, and the Exosort torch beam is now textured with realistic lens artifacts, enhancing the atmosphere of derelict freighters. Salvage freighter technologies. Extract upgrades from derelict freighters and use these personalized, unique items to both upgrade your freighter and make it reflect the history of the ships you've scavenged. That sounds particularly interesting to me. As well as the improvements to your capital ship's warp drive, new fleet upgrades can be found and fitted to your freighter. These boosts will permanently improve the abilities of your frigates, excellent, as they explore the universe. In addition, freighter upgrades are no longer restricted to the technology inventory and may be installed in the general freighter inventory as well. Well, I'm not going to do that. Freighter inventory upgrades. Salvage auto-expanding freighter modules. I'm not really sure what that means exactly, but okay. From derelicts and graft additional inventory space onto your capital ship's cargo holds. So we should all be able to go onto 48 slots, which is going to be good. Freighter customization, so we can color our capital ship from the upgrade control terminal on the freighter bridge. I'm told that these colors are in the wrong order at the moment, so if you select orange you might get green, and if you select green you might get blue, and if you select blue you might get pink, and so on and so forth. I'm sure they'll fix that soon enough, and you can probably figure it out anyway. Interesting way into this derelict freighter, because freighter inventory management. Freighter storage boxes can now be accessed directly from the inventory screen tabs. That's going to be very useful. And look at this, nice. Presumably it will use the names that we've already given to our freighter storage rooms / storage containers, but that's going to be super handy to me. Freighter teleporter, yay! I no longer have to go around putting teleporters onto people's freighters because they can now do it themselves. Hooray! Improved combat mechanics. Multi-tool weapons have been rebalanced with a focus on faster paced, more dynamic and more satisfying combat experience. Sentinel health and weapons have been tweaked, and combat reinforcements now spawn in greater numbers. Weapon visuals, including crosshairs, muzzle flash, camera shake, and projectile visibility, have all been improved. Space encounter guidance. Mining asteroids in space Space Encounter Guidance. Mining asteroids in space now has the chance to reveal an anomaly detection beacon. These single-use devices can probe local space and detect nearby anomalous objects for investigation and potential rewards. So no longer will you be pulsing around for absolutely ages trying to find some of the space encounters, you can actually make them appear. Player titles to celebrate milestones and express individuality with hundreds of unique player titles, such as clearly that's happening on the Anomaly. New Nexus missions, good, because that needs more variety. More varieties and multiplayer missions are available at the Nexus on the Space Anomaly. And again, let's all take note of at the Nexus on the Space Anomaly. The Nexus being the square thing that gives the missions, and the Space Anomaly being everything else on board. Okay, let's get those terms right, please, guys. Group up with other travelers to survey the life and geography of exotic planets and assist lost souls whose starship have met an unfortunate fate. So no longer are you randomly helping out NPCs to fix their ships for basically no reward. Now it's an actual mission. And reasons to go to exotic planets beyond them being amazing. Okay, so patch notes. Added a new category of space encounter, the derelict freighter. These can be landed on and explored. Derelict freighter, yeah, we know this. Yeah, we know this. Right, each star system has one derelict freighter style, allowing travelers to share the portal address of systems with particularly interesting wrecks. Derelict freighters are home to several new hostile entities, including security turrets, aggressive drones, and a new variety of biological horror. Derelict freighters contain procedurally generated stories, with data logs to be found and the crew's fate to be unraveled. New lore and story content can be found when retrieving the captain's log. Derelict freighters are occasionally detected by the starship's subspace radar when using a pulse drive. However, they can be specifically sought out by purchasing an emergency broadcast receiver from the space station's new scrap dealer. They are expensive and may escalate in accordance with demand. Prices reset every day. Each week, iteration Helios offers a free emergency broadcast receiver. Excellent. Derelict freighters offer many lucrative rewards, valuable items and a large number of nanites, the opportunity to sell data logs for nanites or standing, the ability to use derelict freighters engineering system to extract a piece of the freighter's technology to fit in your own capital ship, and the ability to use the derelict freighter's engineering system to generate new inventory slots for your capital ship. Take new expandable bulkheads to the upgrade station on your freighter to apply them. Okay, the upgrade station on the freighter bridge can be used to recolor your freighter, unlock new available colors with nanites. Unlocked colors are permanently available and can be reapplied for free. Excellent. Storage containers built on a freighter base now add tabs to the freighter's inventory page, allowing quick management of freighter inventory contents. Fantastic. Okay, fixed an issue that prevented the installation of technology within a freighter's general inventory. I didn't realize that was an issue. I thought that was on purpose, but until now anyway. Improve the display and clarity of the stats displayed on the freighter inventory screen. Good. Teleporters can be built aboard the freighter bases. The variants do not require power. Excellent. They can be used to teleport to other teleporters or to the space station. Fantastic. Can you teleport back now? That's the real question, because you couldn't before when I was building them. Oh my god, 30 notifications while I've been on Facebook while I've been filming this video. That's ridiculous. Okay, so capital ships now contribute stats to the success of fleet expeditions. So most of us now won't be fixing them up all the time, thank God. Different freighters have different base levels of fleet coordination. The stat can be improved with the procedural technologies Salvaged. Difference between stats contributed by the fleet and stats contributed by frigate upgrades and capital ship technologies. Excellent. Fixed an issue that could cause an expedition to be started while adding or browsing available temporary frigate upgrades. Random. Didn't know that was a thing. Added hover text to all color, texture, and armor style options in the buttons and customizer, allowing players to know ahead of time what option they are selecting. Fantastic. I'm going to run out of time again. Added a new item, the Anomaly Detector. Yep, we talked about that. Custom titles, we talked about that. Ricochet, brilliant. Ricochet is no longer in the pool of procedural upgrades. Thank God for that, because that was a pain in the arse. Specific technologies have been added to the research tree of the Space Anomaly. It will add Ricochet functionality to Okay, the Boltcaster and Scatterblast are now firing bursts. Holding down fire will trigger short gaps between salvos. These can be adjusted with new technologies. New technologies? I don't have any space for any new technologies. God, I bet you haven't even made it 48 slots for everyone else. It's 48 slots for me, and I literally have got all the technologies, but no more space. Increased the speed of Boltcaster and Scatterblaster projectiles, making it easier to hit targets. Added tracer lines, yeah. Minimum, yeah, whatever. Added custom reticles for each weapon mode. Cool, okay. Blaze Javelin charge status is now shown in the reticle. Okay. Improve the speed of zoom when using the combat scope. Good. Improve cam shake. Clarity of incoming damage indicator on the player heads-up display. Good. Fix an issue that caused the secondary weapon mode to be deselected when loading a save. I would just like my secondary weapon mode to not default to grenades each time. It's very super easy to kill yourself when that's the case. Default to the scope or something, I'm fine with that. Okay, added new style of Nexus multiplayer mission focused on exploration, another focused on rescuing stranded travelers, and reworked the dig site Nexus multiplayer missions to allow progress from any type of bone rather than requiring only the very rare bones. I'm sure a lot of people will be happy with that. Summoning the space anomaly while in pulse drive will now correctly disengage the pulse drive. Good. Added a new item, the repair kit. This can be used to repair any damaged subcomponent in place of its required materials. Oh, that's handy. This kit is consumed upon use. Fixed a rare crash that could occur when using a shop in multiplayer. Introduced minor optimization to terrain generation. That's, I'm sure, will make a lot of people happy. Introduced new implementation for Loom post-processing effects, lighting, brightness, and lens flare. Spotlight. Selected spotlights, such as the player torch, now make use of textured light patterns. Volumetric properties. When joining a multiplayer game from the front end, if the player you are joining is on the space anomaly, then you will spawn directly aboard the anomaly with them. Thank God for that. It's so confusing when you join someone's game and you're like, where the hell are they? You can't find them, and it takes you a while to realise, oh, they're probably on board the anomaly. That's why I can't see them. Fix an issue that causes flickering text. Multiplayer player names are now shown when hovering over systems in Galaxy Map. Okay, whatever. Issue that can cause players to start in an unsafe system when starting a new game in multiplayer. Yes, absolutely. Network stability issues, good. Player marker names would clash with the interaction prompt. Oh, right, yeah, okay. Fix a number of cases where chat message spam when entering or leaving the space anomaly. Yes, that was annoying. It's basically telling us everyone that's on board the anomaly whenever we enter. Issues that could cause missions to find incorrect targets when undertaking multiplayer missions from the Nexus. Fix an issue that prevented photo missions working correctly on Xbox. Hooray for all you Xbox users. That's seriously the one thing I've seen posted the most across all of the Facebook groups and Steam, even though it's Xbox users jumping on Steam to ask the questions. Anyway, fix an issue that could prevent players from summoning their freighter to red, green, and blue systems. Yeah, people were moaning about that one too. Fixed a number of issues that could occur if players deleted the void egg before speaking to the living ship for the first time. Fixed a number of resolution scaling problems, including the discovery information pop-up and damage and nearby central indicators. Heads-up display now correctly shows a damage indicator when the jetpack is broken. VR positioning, VR, cause a moon to be labelled of an unknown planet even after discovery. Okay. Fix a number of incorrect missing icons in the guide. Yep, I'd noticed that one. And asteroid placement is now deterministic. Okay, so 15 minutes to go through that update. It's going to cut me off any second, but I hope that gives you a general idea. Now, quickly, go play the game. That looks like there's tons of fun stuff to do. Have fun. Bye.